Feels like with every passing day, Pedogate becomes more real, Pizzagate becomes more real, and all the tin hat wearing conspiracy theorists like myself get a little more validation with each and every passing day. I'm going to break down everything that's gone down the last couple days. Not everything, but a lot of it that means something that I want you guys to understand. We're about to do that right now. I'm Jared. This is RedRacer Video, former car vlogger. Now I'm an independent citizen journalist. Thanks to you, the viewers. Your donations through Patreon, PayPal, and Venmo are what keep this channel going. This is my work. You guys are the income, and I am honored and grateful to do it for you. While you watch this video, if you see value, only if you see value, please consider supporting the channel. One of the 3 links down below. Let's dive into today's subject. I wanted to get into a little bit of today about, I want to address the people who are still convinced nothing's going on, right? Nothing's happening. All this Pedogate stuff, if all this stuff was real, there'd be things happening. People would be getting in trouble, right? Some of you guys still don't believe that Tom Hanks and all of these people have disappeared, even though we basically never hear from them anymore. And when we do, they're really weird, cryptic videos that seem to have hidden messages and they're just acting odd. Okay, fine. We'll leave that for now. You can pretend that that one's not there, okay? Let's talk about Chrissy Teigen for a minute, though. Why would Chrissy Teigen be spending all that time deleting millions of followers on Twitter? Why would she do that? Why would she have to spend so much time defending herself? Why are so many celebrities that are caught up in this, not just regular celebrities, not like everybody, but the people who just so happen to be the people that are involved in Pizzagate and Pedogate, and they're being named now with Wayfair like Ellen is. Ellen's being questioned about Wayfair. All these people that myself and my friends included, my friends a long time before me, have been telling all of us we're sickos. Why would all these people suddenly be acting so weird and having to defend themselves so hard? If we're all so full of crap, why are they paying us any mind? I'll tell you why. Because it's real and they're all screwed and they're all going down. And they all thought, guys, let's break down what all of this is. This whole virus thing, I firmly believe, is nothing more than the deep state and the Democrats and the Rothschilds and Soros, and you guys know the names. This was their plan to usher in New World Order in our country. This would have happened with or without Donald Trump. Had it happened without Donald Trump, though, we would have already be ushered into it. Our lives would be vastly different already. And it scares me to even consider what things would be like, just based on what we've seen these democratic cities doing. Look at what they're doing to people. Look at what they're allowing to happen. People being beaten, murdered in their streets, ordering the police to stand down, not letting police departments do their job and protect the citizens of their community. This is all stuff that I watch. And I have to ask myself, how is it that people are missing that? How is it that people are not seeing that it's Democratic governors and mayors that are allowing those things to happen in their cities? How is it that people aren't seeing that we have 10 times the amount of deaths in Democratic states that we're having in Republican states? How are people ignoring the fact that, like I said in yesterday's video, there are private testing facilities in Florida, and that's just what we know about. I'd be willing to bet my left pock on the fact that every single state in our union has people falsely reporting infection numbers. I don't have proof of that, but we do have proof that it's happening in Florida. And there wasn't like 1 or 2 of them, there was a lot. And they didn't fudge it by a little bit, they fudged it by 10 times the amount. You guys have got to start waking up to this stuff. It is falling apart by the day. Let's talk for a second about what Donald Trump and AG Barr said. Was it yesterday morning? Or was it this morning? Sorry, brain fog from a seizure, but I can't remember which morning it was. One of these last mornings, they're going after MS-13 hard. They are cracking down. They have been arresting MS-13 leaders left and right. And now they're not only going to go after them, they're bringing terrorism charges to them, which gives the Department of Justice a whole new tool belt of stuff that they can use. This is not going unpunished. To everyone out there that says nothing is happening and no one is being arrested, you are high. There is a lot going on. There are a lot of people being arrested. You guys realize Antifa and Black Lives Matter, the ones that were out destroying cities, tearing down buildings, burning down buildings, beating people, killing people, that was a plan. They are the military force. They're like a dark army in our country. That's what it is. That's just the reality of the situation. They were put to work to cause civil unrest. Their plan was to destroy the United States of America, and they were trying to do it from within. That's what they were doing. BLM, Antifa, and MS-13 were tools of the deep state, of Soros, of the Rothschilds, of the Clintons. But they're all being taken out. So that everybody says there's nothing that's going on, you're focusing on celebrities like they're the only thing we've got to think about. There's a lot going on. There are a lot of people being arrested. There are a lot of people, I believe, already being executed. There's a lot that's happening. You guys have got to pay attention to all this stuff. The TV's not going to come right out and show you and lay it out and tell you what goes on. But when you're seeing that Ellen is being investigated for being involved in Wayfair, there's probably some validity to that, and I would keep a close eye on that one if I was you. And when you watch all these people deleting their accounts or trying to get rid of the comment sections and all their things, ask yourself why that would be. And when our president talked about an ancient sex trafficking cult that they were at war with, and to this day not one person has asked one question about that, ask yourself why that would be. It's because they're in on it. They have always been in on it. It's been part of a thing forever. They've been lying to us forever. They've been poisoning us through our food. They've been profiting on the remedies for it. Big Pharma has. It's all part of the thing, guys. It's all part of the deal. To the people that would say, no way, that's just crazy. Here we go. You're crazy. Tin hat wearing conspiracy theorist. Okay. Explain to me how 2 towers fell at free fall speed because a plane hit the top of them. Explain to me how 2 planes caused 3 buildings to drop. Explain to me how a plane vaporized when it crashed into the Pentagon. Things that have never happened before. Tell me how passports were the only things that survived out of that whole explosion. The guys who hijacked the plane, they just so happened to have like indestructible passports, right? Guys, it's all coming to a head. And I do believe that we are in biblical times. It's happening right now, right before our eyes. It's not all going to come out on the same day. In order to make people feel pain, kudos to David, X22 Report. He hit on this today and it stuck with me. You can't make people feel pain by just coming out and just swooping on everybody and grabbing them all up and just moving them out. That's not how it works. Not only that, nobody would learn from that. Nobody would learn from that. Good guys or bad guys alike. They need to see these people suffer. We are going to watch these people go through pain. We're going to watch them and their families suffer what they have done to people. All these celebrities and everyone around them. And this part of it I kind of feel bad for, but whatever. Their moms, their dads, their aunts, their uncles, anybody who knew these people is about to go through hell. They are not going to be able to walk the streets. And Q has talked about these. These people won't even be able to walk down the street when we're done. And that's absolutely the case. But it's happening. It's happening by the day, guys. I know you guys are seeing it. Keep an eye on things. Keep listening to your instincts. Store these things away. Remember them. Sequence them. Because it is playing out. Everything we've been talking about happening is happening. It's coming to fruition. But we've got to let it play out the way it needs to play out. Keep in mind also, there is information in these cases that is probably in countless people cases. Think about these big parties they have where they go and abuse these children, murder these children, I'm not going to go that far down. We're not going to do that. The things that they do to these kids, they don't do them by themselves. A lot of times they're all together. It's like a big ritual thing they do together. So how do you bring a case to one person, and how do you make that case public and bring all the information public when that information needs to be used in a dozen other cases? You can't. Just like everybody who thinks that Obama and Hillary and all these people should be perp walked in front of all of us right now so that the people out there that aren't smart enough to put this stuff all together can have the proof they need to be like, oh, okay, I finally believe you. We're not going to do that. Do you think the DOJ, do you think Trump, do you think AG Barr is dumb enough to blow all these other cases just to get a couple of American people that refuse to stop listening to their TV to believe what's going on? No, that's not what's going to happen. That's not how the justice system works. Y'all watch too many movies. You don't get to come back from a commercial break and all of a sudden we've got a verdict and these people get put to death. That's not how it's going to play out. Not to mention, we're not talking about 1 people, 2 people, 10 people, 100 people. We're talking thousands of people who are involved in these things. And that is just the crimes against humanity, folks. That is not anything to do with all of the corruption in government, all of the money laundering. Foreign aid means money laundering, period. All these countries we've been given foreign aid to for all these years, percentages have been coming back to our politicians. You guys know who they are. Go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'm not even going to say it. I'll let you guys tell me. Who's been on the take? Who has our tax money that we have sent to other countries, not their money, our money that we've sent to other countries, and that's ended up in Hunter Biden's pocket, or Joe Biden's pocket, or Mitt Romney's pocket, or Mitt Romney's son's pocket? This is all so vastly immense and all-encompassing. To anyone out there that still has the guts to say anything ignorant like, nothing's happening, no one's been arrested, try and understand for a second how vast this all is and how it all ties in together. They talk about how they get one shot at this because they do. And they're not going to mess it up to make a couple of people who are too dumb to see the flipping writing on the wall believe it. They're just not going to do it, guys. They're just not going to do it. But it's happening, and it's happening by the day. It's getting better by the day. Everything we've been telling you guys is coming to fruition. You've got to look for it. And remember, every time this stuff comes out, you're going to find that the mainstream media is going to come right behind it and debunk it. Facebook's probably even going to cover it up, and Instagram's probably going to cover it up as false information because their fact checkers are going to tell us it's wrong. That's coming. Be ready for it. Stay strong. Believe your instincts. Turn off your TVs. Take off your damn masks. I love you all. We are way stronger than they want us to believe. To everybody who is starting to stand up, I'm seeing you, and I am more proud of you than I have ever been. I can't tell you guys enough how much I appreciate everybody that's starting to sack up and say no more. We are a lot stronger than we think. President Trump keeps telling us we're the silent majority and we're way stronger than we are, or we're way stronger than we realize. Believe him. He told us he'd build a wall. He told us he'd drain the swamp. He told us he would do all these things. He's an a-hole, sure, I'll give you that, but he's the a-hole we need, and he keeps his promises. Promises made, promises kept. If that dude tells us these people are going down and that we're the silent majority, then by God, those people are going down and we are the silent majority. Come back tomorrow. I'm Jared. This is RedRacer Video. Thank you once again to everybody who reached out to me because of my seizures. It wasn't that crazy. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I'm good. Everything's fine. I'm fine. I don't need to calm down. I don't need to stop reading this stuff. I'm in it. I ain't going nowhere. I'll see you guys on the next one. Jared RedRacer Video. Thank you guys. Where we go one, we go all.